Hello.
Okay, one, you've got to try this mod though. You've got to try it. It's called Sovereign Guard Steel Armor. Alright? You totally gotta do it. And then you gotta put it on Lydia. She looks awesome in it. Awesome! But it's like totally nothing but skin. Because you have like this little piece of metal right here in front of her. And then like, she's got a thong in the back. A little bit of armor, and a little bit of boots on, and gloves, and that's it. You got nothing but like skin.
Clarification, you're talking about Skyrim.
No.
No?
Yeah, sorry.
What was that
No,
sound?
that, besides that being the oddest, I normally don't go for skimpy armor mods, but that one is actually really good. Except for the fact that,
Ah! Almost dead.
then you've got, well see, now the Princess of the Woods is not skimpy, and it actually has something on the male and female. But to get good mods in Skyrim, you definitely want to get the right body mods too, so that you actually look fine putting on the armor. Otherwise, you're gonna look like this dirty looking.
Dirty Mexican. Oh my god, that was racist. I can't.
There are two good ones. See, UMP.
That reminds me.
Now there is the
of this,
7 base.
there-
Have you tried the 7 base? Go ahead.
Speaking of dirty Mexicans, just reminds me, one time I was walking home from school with, I think, 2 of my friends, and we saw in the church parking lot, we were on our way home, there's a church, and in the parking lot we saw a truck, and in the back was a bunch of Mexicans. Okay, they were being pulled over by the cops, and he asked, we were talking about, I forgot the comedian, but he says the Moosin. I forget his name. Like, he was trying to find the plural of moose.
Oh god.
And my friend asked me, no, I tell him, hey, do you know what you call a bunch of Mexicans in a truck? And he's like, no, what's that? And I'm like, it's a boxing of Mexicans. It's a boxing of Mexicans, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't. I'm a terrible storyteller.
You have lost a control point.
That's
The enemy
terrible
has
in a way. I was like,
pulled
oh my
But-
god.
We were talking about him though, that comedian that entire time. I'm like, oh god, I can't believe I just said that.
Oh man.
You know, I just realized it's really hard to play loadout and tell a story at the same time.
I'm sitting there trying to think of all the cool armor mods that I've got for female characters, even though I play a male character, and I can't think of one because I'm running around inside this building trying to think of the armor mods that I was talking about. So
Oops.
don't worry, I have the same problem.
I just blew myself in half. Wow, normally I'm actually pretty good at this game, but right now I'm committing suicide more than I'm killing people.
I haven't even. I'm sitting here running around casting muffle on myself, trying to see how much noise I make. Heavy armor. I can still hear myself.
Wow, this guy got stuck and I just mealeed him in the face twice.
Control point activated.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god, I can't. I'm doing terrible right now.
Trying to find a good spot too. Here we go. Here's a nice spot. The show race menu. Oh no. I need... Going this way to begin with. I forgot to go this way.
You have captured a
Here.
control point. 5 captures remain.
Leveler's Tower is also an awesome mod
Nope,
to have.
nope,
but
nope, I'm
you
gonna
can
die.
easily cheat in the damn mod.
In what mod?
I don't like
Oh,
cheating.
Leveler's Tower?
Leveler's Tower.
What
I
is
don't
that
really
anyways?
cheat. It's basically a cheat mod. It's a big building, a big house that you can have as soon as you walk out of this Helgen, or yeah, right out of the cave, and you got buttons for everything. You can store everything. They've got places to store everything. You could level your skills. You can give yourself dragon souls. You can give yourself all of the perks, all that stuff. Everything is right here. What I don't use it for
Certainly
is
large
everything
sheet
is right here.
New control
Now I have a
activated.
blacksmith forge right here. I have an enchanting table right here. I have everything I need and start out, and then I just run out and start killing stuff. I mean, you could cheat and give yourself a ton of money.
I mean, you could, couldn't you?
Totally cheat. Cheat. I believe, you know. I like doing that. I like to play my game last. My butt kick and seeing how bad I can get my butt kicked by dragons. Oh, best mod ever. Deadly Dragons.
Oh yeah. Okay, does that actually make it so more dragons attack you at once, or what does it actually do?
Well, it beefs up current dragons, okay?
Which I
You
think they
can
need a buff already.
activate- Right. It'll beef them the hell up. It beefs them up nicely. And magma, and I think fire dragons, I think elder dragons that use fire. When I
Elf
first started
dragons?
playing this, elders.
Oh, elder dragons.
They would own my vampire. Own him because
Point captured.
no fire resistance, so
All
guess what?
captures remain.
Dead. I mean, it was hilarious. They would tear me to pieces. You know, this is so much, and this is like, this
Control point
is the mod.
activated.
Then, not only that, you has an MCN menu selection that you could add more dragon assaults, where it randomly adds more dragons. You can either have 1 to 3 dragons in every assault, and you can time it. So every 24 hours, I'm attacked,
The
and
enemy
you could have
has
a
one capture remaining.
plus or minus this many hours. Set it
Huh.
up that way. It's
New
nice,
control
and you've
point
got several
activated.
difficulty settings on this. Expert, which increases, and you can even manually just change their stats, their armor, their damage, their armor, their resistance.
Couldn't
to
you make it
magic.
easier too, though?
No, I don't think it makes it easier. It basically it's. I like the mod simply because it makes dragons harder. It takes me a while to kill a dragon, especially one of the nether dragons. He adds new dragons to the game. One of them, the nether dragon turns itself invisible and shoots you with his breath weapon is nasty. It's like it owns the snot out of me if I'm not careful. I have potions on hotkeys ready when I see a nether dragon. Until I get my resistances up, because you know you can put your resistances on your gear. So I make sure I have fire, frost, shock, and magic resistance. And even then, I can get chewed up because when I play a vampire, that fire resistance is subtracted. There's a amount of fire resistance that you subtract off. Because, well, naturally. Now, frost, no problem. But he's put it so that some of these dragons have not only is frost in their breath weapon, but something else. So yes, they got frost, and I'm immune to the frost, but I'm sure not immune to the other secondary effects of frost.
The slow. And
The
the slow
slow.
DOT.
Yes. And then you've got lightning. Lightning sucks your mana, and if you play as a mage, fuck. So I have a magic mod called Balanced Magic, which makes it so that if I'm wearing armor, the shield spells and the ward spells don't work as properly intended. But those shield spells, if you're actually walking around in clothing as a mage in that game, or in the game with Balanced Magic on, it's or Be a Better Mage, actually is what it's called. It's Be a Better Mage. It's old as hell though. It hasn't been updated in forever.
Well,
Ward spells are ideal for fighting dragons. You have to keep casting it back on yourself, but you have a resistance. It gives you a magic resistance. In a way. It takes you a lot of damage off. I don't normally play as a mage. I've always had armor. Light or heavy. And I'm starting with heavy armor this time.
Alright, I think that's it then. For now.
For now. Ah!
The end. Goodbye, everybody.
I'm good to go for... I'll be right back anyway. Burp.